Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kickers of things and things to be kicked, feet that like kicking, shoes that like to be rapping on feet that kicking, and feet that like to be kicking barefoot, and owners of all of those things. Welcome back. I am here. You are with me, and I'm going to open stuff like I do sometimes. And what am I opening today? Drum pedal heads. Pedal Heads Anonymous. This is the AHSK switch kick system. And the reason it's called the switch kick system is because typically when you have a drum pedal, you replace the beater that's in it with a very simple one diameter post. And then you have to, let's just say, futz with it for quite some time before you get the balance right. Do you want it to be deep? Do you want it to be shallow? Where's the sweet spot playing? Can it touch your drum? Do you have one of those drums that's elevated on the stand because it's small? Blah, 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 blah. So this is designed, if you are a guy that does multiple gigs or multiple genre in one gig, then you can switch the style of beater that you have almost instantaneously. The idea is that they give you a permanent post that remains, and then it's got a sort of, not quite a rifling, but it's got a sort of an attachment system. You turn it, you lock it in, and then your beater's ready to go. So it's you can literally change it in less than 5 seconds, and that means in between songs you can change them out as fast as you can change drumsticks half the time. So you can have the metal really sharp attack beater, and then you can switch to the jazz beater that sounds like wrapped velvet, and you can do this very, very quickly. I've seen the entire line, and it's a good idea, and it's done very well. They even have one that's that is literally a brush, like the wire brush that you use, and I've seen people use them on their kick drums, and it sounds it's better than I thought it was gonna. I'm like, oh no, it's not that bad. I'm like, no, okay, no, never mind, I stand corrected. So they have that. They have this weird little leather thing, which actually also sounded better than I thought it was going to. And then they have a couple that I think really kind of do almost exactly the same thing. I'm like, why would you buy both of those? But maybe it's just the one you prefer. But it's like this one goes boop and this one goes boop. It's like it's like very different. Very little difference between the two. So I would imagine you would just buy one or the other. I bought the black one because Wesley Snipes has always bet on black. That's why. So we have here, let's see if I can get into this thing now after all this ado. This is interesting. I've never seen a packaging quite like this one. Is there some sort of tape? There doesn't seem to be. Pop the top. Fun don't stop. And so in here we have the post. So as you can see, it's a very stocky drum beater. However, if you twist it, then you can remove it. And this part here remains in your kick pedal, in your drum kick pedal. So this never changes. What changes is the head. So the initial head that I bought has your standard sort of hard felt beater on one side, wooden, it feels like wood wrapped in felt, and then it has a flatter plastic beater on the other side, so your more metal approach, kind of very hard attack. So in this manner, you can turn this in sideways, get your own personal depth. I'm not quite adept at doing this yet, but the goal here is there some way do you pull this thing? No, it just seems to be the way that you twist it. But you can have a very long beater, and when it came in, it was buried. So you can bury the beater this far in, and then have a very short, have your swing very, and play on different parts of the kick head, or you can have it right at the edge and have a very long beater and a long swing. And this, as most you see, look right there, and then look. That's a much bigger weapon. Now it went from Thor's hammer to John Henry's. So, you know, you comic book guys know what I'm talking about. DC Marvel thing there. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. So you can literally, so here I'm at my metal gig, or, you know, I'm at my rock gig, and I'm playing, you know, I'm banging away, I'm going. And then I have to go to my jazz gig or my church gig after that. And voila, that fast. That's how fast these things change. I'm always looking for innovations, and this is a good one. So it's amazing how it's versatile. There's basically a wooden ball here and very thick, it's like lamb's wool or sheep's wool on this head. And so you're going to get a much different approach and attack. You're going to get that old school boom, 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 jazz, you know, rounded sound. This is going to give you a big, thick, thumpy sound. And this is going to give you a big, the sort of Metallica, which for your double pedals when you're doing your world's best Lars Ulrich impression. Yeah. So the head system, switch kick, it's out there. Innovations are still happening. And it's time for you to go out there and make art.